Hello, hello again. Here I am back live. I'm going to take you through a bit of a tutorial on how to do Instagram Reels. I'm just going to start sharing my screen because I've done a really cool screen capture thing on my phone for you. So I'm going to share that into the screen. There we go. And I'm going to talk you through what I'm doing on Instagram so that you can have a bit of a play over the weekend. It's a great time to have a bit of a play around with Instagram Reels. And, you know, if you don't like what you put together, you don't have to post it. Just have a bit of a play and see how it goes. So here's how it works. I'm going to talk you through it. It's about a 15-minute video, I think, a bit longer than that. And if you've got any questions during this video, pop them in and I'll answer them down here. Oh, hold on. That didn't work. There we go. It's back up. Right, I've got to have that back up. Let me just start that back a tiny bit. I'm learning here as I'm going. I haven't done this screen capture before. There we go. So as you can see, this is my Instagram. In the top left-hand corner, you'll see a little plus sign up here. And all you have to do is click on that and then click down here where it says Reel to start creating your reel. Then this will pull up. You can see my ring light behind here before I turn it around to see me. I did actually do a bit of a talk you through it, but then realized it's a bit tricky unless I am very prepared to do this kind of video. So the first little thing you want to add is music. You can get a bit creative. The thing with music is that people with Reels can actually follow a song or a particular piece of music. So if you choose a really popular song, it may come up in more people's feeds. The other thing you can do with music is you can see here, you can choose the section of the track that you actually want to use, so you don't have to use just the 15 seconds that Instagram choose, right? So once you've got that in, that's the little music button up here. If you can see my arrow on the screen. The next part here, this is telling you the speed of the video that you're going to do. So you can speed it up. You can make it like 3 times fast if you want to do like a really fast motion picture, or you can really slow it down if you want to do a slow motion type of picture. Oh, Rachel, yeah, absolutely. You can see this later. It'll be saved for you. I'm just going to stop there while I read some comments. I so need to start doing Reels. Yeah, absolutely. I need to rewatch and rewind. I've literally just started, so you haven't missed a whole heap. So this is, once you get into the Instagram Reels part, I'm just sort of stopping and starting this screen share so that you get the picture. Okay, so the next part is the effects. So you can add an effect. There's heaps of different types of effects on there, and you'll see as I swipe through the effects, just having a bit of a play around. That's a green screen. The green screen is really great to use with the Reels because it means what you can do is you can put any of your backgrounds behind you when you've got the green screen on. It's going through some funky little effects there. There's so many to play with. Have some fun with it. There's heaps of different types of effects. I love these ones because it means you don't even have to put makeup on. I mean, not that you have to anyway for videos, but personally, I like to, it makes me feel good if I've got some makeup on. So if you're really nervous about looking really good on camera, this is a really great place to start. It's okay to not feel like you don't look good on camera. That's totally fine to feel. And this can maybe be a really great place to start for you. I love the black and white one. It's one of my favorites. I used to do dancing, and so having false eyelashes on was always so much fun. But when you have to actually peel them off with that glue, it's just so gross. So it's nice to just have some fake ones. You don't have to. I just went through and did a whole lot of crazy effects. Can you do Reels from desktop? That is a really great question. I don't think you can. I haven't found that feature on desktop yet, although I must say I mainly use Instagram on my phone. Is there a reason that you don't use your phone for Instagram at all? Just curious. You'll come back later and watch. No worries at all. Sounds good. So like in this part of the video, I'm literally just going through showing a few different effects that you can use through your videos. What you can do with Reels is you can use a different effect for each part of the video. And all you have to do to start recording is press this center button, this record button in the middle here, with whatever effect you've got on. So you can slide it across, click record. It's just kind of like in stories where you've got the effects in the stories. You just click record and there you go. So what happens with Reels is you'll notice a little line at the very top of the screen here. It had a little pink section there before. What you'll notice is as I start recording, this little pink bar comes across the screen, and that tells you how long you're recording that section for. Then you can come in here and edit that section. So it's kind of like just using on your phone. If you were to edit a video on your phone, you'll notice you've got those two little lines that you can bring in together and edit it down. So that's how you do that part to edit it. I'll take you through a little bit longer. What I might do as well is I'm going to post this particular video, this screen capture. The reason I didn't want to just post this first, I wanted to talk you through it, was because you can't see where I'm clicking because it's a screen capture. So I wanted to really, get my mouse in there and show you how to do it. All right, so I've put the music in, and for this particular video, I didn't do any fast speed or slow speed. Literally all I've done is put some effects on. So I've put my black and white effect on. Have I got a virtual background? No, I don't. That's just my background in this video. But you can put a virtual background on. So as I mentioned before, with the green screen effect, that's where you can put a virtual background on. So if you want to use the green screen, then you can put a virtual background on throughout your whole reel, as long as you keep using that same effect. So what happens is when you record a section of the reel, is it allows you to record heaps of different sections to make it. Okay, so this is where I'm starting to record my first section. So I've recorded and I've stopped. And then what you'll see is this little part here, when I move my mouse, that little part down there is where you go to edit. Right, so you'll drag in the little sections to make sure that you've got the right part. That's what I want. And that's done. And then I'm going to do it again. So you've got to click the effect again each time you start recording a section of the reel. So there we go. That's the first one. Happy with that. So then I've got to choose the effect again before I record the next part of the reel. So you can choose a different effect for each part of the reel if you want. Have a bit of fun with it that way. So literally in this, I'm not saying a word. I'm not talking in this reel at all. I'm going to use text and just some actions to make it look like, to share my message basically. Joanne, love it. If you want to have a look at this reel, literally, as I was recording this screen capture, I was creating my reel for the day. So if you want to go over to Instagram and have a look at that reel that is the sort of finished product, you can do that on Instagram. So there I go. I'm recording another section. So you'll see that pink part at the top is showing you how much time I've got to go in my reel. Again, I edit it down a little bit because I try and chop off the start and the finish. So it's kind of where I'm setting myself up. So we're about halfway through. I've got 3 different elements there in my video, 3 different edits. And again, you've got to choose the effect each time you record a new section. I'm definitely going to post this screen record because I do talk a little bit more about it. I'm bummed that you can't hear what I'm saying in the actual screen record. Anyway. So record the next little bit. Like I said, you got to have some fun, right? So I'm going to add text to this reel in a moment, and you'll see how I start adding the text and why I'm creating these actions. So you do have to plan it out in your mind a little bit before you actually go ahead and record. That's going to be the way that you'll be able to do it a lot quicker if you think, okay, I want to use these phrases, these words, and put it all together. What do you use Reels to post? So this is all on Instagram. This is all on Instagram, and you'll notice it's a new feature of Instagram, which is why I'm doing this tutorial. It's only been available to use Reels in Australia for just a couple of weeks. So if you have a look on my Instagram account, I'll just pause that for a second. So if you have a look on my Instagram account, what you'll see is instead of just my feed, so you've got your feed, and then if you go across one, normally there's like an IGTV if the account that you're following has IGTV or does videos for their account. And then there's also another section, if you go into their profile, there's also another section where people can tag accounts, right? So that's where all your tagged posts will show up. The Reels is now a fourth part of that line. So if you go into, I'm going to see if I can show you on here. It might be a little crazy, but we'll see if it works. So if you can have a look at my phone right here, you'll notice that beneath, where is it? Beneath these circles are four icons, right? And you can switch from icon to icon. So that's where you'll find the Reels in that second icon. But if you want to have a look, go over to my account and check out where they're at. I'm so sorry, I can't see who's commenting unless you've actually allowed me to see it through StreamYard. So I'm so sorry, I can't say who just posted that comment. I'm going to keep going. Now, what I've done is this is the whole, in the screen capture here, this is the whole reel all put together, just the video element. And there's obviously music in the background that I added in the beginning there. So you've just got the video and you've got the music playing in the background. And now, once you've put the whole video together, now you can start adding the text. And to add the text, it's exactly the same as an Instagram story. Okay, so you'll notice that I start doing that on my screen capture in just a moment. So there we go. So I am adding my first bit of text. What I'm talking about in this reel is I'm giving a prompt. I'm giving my audience a prompt for what to do a video on for today. Okay, so I'm going to pop that up the top. I drag it up the top there. So you can drag the text around just like on Instagram stories. You can drag it around. And then if you have a look down the bottom here on the screen capture, you can see that I'm adjusting when I want that text to appear throughout the reel. So I want that just to be at the first little section of the reel when I'm doing that first little movement. Okay, so now I'm adding the second bit of text. How about sharing a tip? So that's the tip for the day. And I'm going to pop that bit of text again just above my head. And like I said, have a look at the bottom there where you can see I'm dragging that element in so that that text is only when I'm pointing up that way, not the whole video. So you can add as many different texts as you like. There's kind of no real limit there. So tips show your audience your expertise. So that's a reason why they would want to do that kind of a video. You may want to go back and watch this video as you're putting together your first reel if you haven't done one before. That way you can kind of stop and start the video, and that's what I'm really making this video for, so that you can actually stop and start and while you're actually creating your reel. So there we go. I've got my third bit of text in. You could literally, can you share Reels to Facebook too? The only way I have been able to share my Reels to Facebook so far is at the end of this screen capture, I show you how you can download the reel after you've created it. The only thing that won't appear is the music. So you can just download a silent version of your reel. And then what you can do is what I do is I upload it to my Instagram stories and share that directly to Facebook stories. But once you've downloaded that video, onto your phone, you can then share that to Facebook just straight away. So you can share it to Facebook, but it won't have the music. So just keep that in mind. If you're doing like talking and stuff in your reels, that won't appear on Facebook. So these types of reels where you're just kind of doing actions and got some text over the top, they're the types of videos that are going to work really well to put straight out to Facebook, because you don't need the sound. And most people don't have the sound on when they're watching or scrolling through Facebook. So there we go. I think this is the last one. This is the last bit of text that I'm putting on. Oh, I deleted it. So in this reel, I'm pitching my Facebook group because I want more people to come and join the group. So it's a way for me to share what happens in the group, right? So that was the last little bit there. And now you'll see the full reel once I've put all of those bits in, all the text in. Then I'm going to do a link in bio because I've got the link to my Facebook group in my bio. So I normally put that little emoji icon, whatever it is. So that's exactly like in the Instagram story. And you can adjust again down the bottom here, just like with the text. You can tell the reel where you want that icon to appear in the video, which section of the video. Trust that makes sense. Hey, you're welcome. I can't see who's posting, sorry. All right, so there is the reel, all done. So if you want to download it, it's this little button up the top here, the arrow, the down arrow. If you click that, that will download the reel without sound to your phone. Then you can upload that to Facebook. Okay. I'm not sure what else I did in this video, so let's just have a look. So there's the full reel. So once you've created the video and you've put the text on, you got the music going, you want to just have a look to make sure that all the text is appearing at the right point in the video. Then what you'll get is this screen, and you'll have the option to add a cover image. If you want it to kind of meld into your Instagram reel, you might want to add a different cover image. Sometimes I do that, so you can have a look in my Instagram if you want and have a look at some of the covers that I put in. But for this one, I'm just going to choose a section of the video that I want as my cover. I'm going to choose that one. And once I've chosen that, still going. So that will be the cover shot. So this image will show up in my Instagram feed and will hopefully get seen by more people. The reason you want to be doing Instagram Reels right now is because Instagram is literally pushing Reels out like nothing else. So in your Explore tab in Instagram, Reels are huge. You're going to see heaps of Reels coming into your feed if you're going through the Explore tab. So you want to try and get yourself out there in Reels. Instagram will really support your account if you start doing Reels. Okay, so then you can put in a little comment and share away. So you have the option with Reels to either share into your feed or to not share into your feed. You don't have to have it show up in your feed like this. Here we go. That's where it's going to show up. So you've got your feed, you've got Reels, and you've got IGTV, and you've also got where people actually tag you. So I trust that's helpful. If you've got any questions at all, please pop them in the comments. I can come back and answer any questions. Even if you're watching the replays, totally fine. Definitely leave some comments if you've got any questions. I'm going to leave it there, and I cannot wait to see some Reels. If you've done a Reel, or if you're doing some Reels at the moment, pop in your Instagram handle in the comments so I can go and check it out. There's my last Insta Reel. Crazy. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for today. If you've got any questions, like I said, pop them in the comments, and have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy playing around with some Reels.